you can see the reflection of my screen in my glasses. This woman was attempting to argue with me in the comment section of one of my videos, where I'm talking about how a lot of women are stuck with most of the responsibilities of running a home and taking care of children and even taking care of their man, regardless of the fact of whether or not they work inside or outside the home. Oh, I'm doing my nails this week and haven't done my pinky yet. Hold on. Okay, now that's much better. Back to the video. But she commented and said anytime she gets frustrated and overwhelmed, her husband notices it and offers to help or gives her some money so she can get somebody to come in and help her. Now, to the untrained ear, this sounds like a great plan, right? For a couple of hours or maybe even for a day, he's going to help you by loading the dishwasher, watching the kids so you can babysitting his kids so that you can finally take a shower, watching his kids so that you can run to Target by yourself for a couple of minutes and get a cup of coffee. He might finally do a couple tasks that you've been asking him repeatedly to do, or he's kind enough to give you a couple $100 to hire a task rabbit or somebody to come do a house clean or whatever. But my whole issue with that is, what is the reason that you're even getting to a point where you are feeling this overwhelm and frustration and crying to him, or he's seeing you have these breakdowns? I feel like him offering to help you do chores that all adults should know how to do shows me that he doesn't do shit at all. Him offering you a budget to hire someone to help you, again, shows me that he doesn't do shit. Is it really loving and kind and sweet that he's doing these things? Or is it simply putting a Band-Aid on a wound that needs to be addressed because there's a much deeper issue causing that wound to occur? And unless we solve that root issue, that Band-Aid's not going to do anything but make that root issue worse and possibly get infected and possibly trickle over into other areas of your relationship. I don't want you to rush to my aid and help me do shit you should have already been doing. We need to talk about how we can fix this so I'm not having all these moments where I'm having breakdowns. Why are you only noticing what I do and the tasks that I do when I'm at a moment where I am losing my shit? Let me use this as an example. The car that I had before, the one that I just got at the end of September, early October, I was a lazy bum. I mean, I would get a flat tire and have the tire pressure light, and instead of just going to get the tire looked at and replaced, I would just constantly put air in it, to the point where almost every day I was stopping to put air in it because I was too lazy to just go get it checked and find out what the issue was. And then once that temporary fix of simply putting air in the tire, when I saw it was getting flat, when I saw that it was no longer working to just do a quick fix, I would take it to the tire shop and they would look at me crazy like, ma'am, you've been driving around with a nail in your tire. That's dangerous. I could have gotten into an accident if that tire blew out. I could have damaged my hubcap, which could have caused further damage, not just to that, but to some other thing that makes tires go around. I don't know about cars. Some other issue that would costed me more money than simply just replacing the tire. Now, that could also turn into a message about replacing your man, but some of you aren't ready for that one yet. But do you see what I'm saying? Constantly doing this quick fix might have solved the problem for a moment, but there was still a much deeper issue going on. I needed to go to the shop. They needed to replace the tire. So him seeing you cry in the bathroom on the floor? Are you going to him or rolling over to him in bed crying about how frustrated you are? You screaming at the top of your lungs at everybody because you finally snapped and you're having a breakdown because you're doing everything and you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and then him saying, oh, I'll help you, or you can hire somebody, and then he does that, for a little bit, and then you go back and you have another breakdown. Let's solve the issue of why you're having the breakdowns. Let's solve the issue of why he's only coming to your aid when you have gotten to that point. Let's not put band-aids on stuff. Let's not allow men to play in our faces by coming to the rescue when it's gone past the point of rescuing. We have lost our sanity, and then they get to swoop in and do a little quick fix, and now they're our hero. The fact that you only see me in extreme moments of distress means before that you weren't seeing me. Before that you didn't understand and appreciate all the shit that I was doing. Before that you were not my teammate. We are not working together as a team to run this house, to raise these children. You're simply taking the easy way out and putting a band-aid on an issue that is much bigger than that, and it needs attention.